This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate, and with me is a guy who doesn't care what you call him. Just don't call him late for dinner, Brandon.
I do not want to have cold food.
Or no food. Did you grow up in a household? Well, you only have one brother, right?
Right.
Did you guys ever fight over the meals, the food, or did your
We
parents
still
make
do.
sure that everybody
Have you seen my brother?
Yeah, he's like bigger than me.
Yeah,
which
I
is
have to
pretty
like
impressive.
physically fight him off if I want to get the last piece of whatever. Because he'll just keep pounding it. So you've been
Well,
making some good money lately.
Yes, I did. My very first 3 pickleball tournaments in 3 days.
Wow.
And you would think pickleball is not that strenuous, but I am definitely not in shape to do that. But I still did okay. I won some money, and then I won a costume contest at one of the tournaments, which gave me a free pickleball paddle. And did I tell you already that the week prior for the Halloween BYU game, I went to the game dressed as Moses and or Jesus, whatever your liking was. I was very popular at the BYU game that night. So kind of a mini celebrity. I guess he's a pretty big deal down there. It was pretty funny. One group of kids were from Idaho, and after the game, they came running up to me like, "We know you. You're pretty popular. You're very popular in Idaho." I said, "Yeah, I read your book."
I read
Pretty
your
fun.
book.
They were very funny about it. Like, can we take your picture or our picture with you? So, yeah, I was taking pictures with a lot of people. Took a picture with Michael Myers. Took a picture with the Mandalorian, and then a whole bunch of other just random strangers. So, it was a good time.
Popular guy.
That's right. So like I said, it's paying off. The beard and the hair is paying off.
You've been winning money at contests and pickleballs. I've been earning money selling my body to science.
Yeah?
I did a research study.
Really?
Yeah. I had a ingrown toenail removed.
Ooh. Have you seen my toe?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. I don't even have a toenail anymore because of ingrown toenails.
Yeah, but I did one of those. I had to go sit in a room for 12 hours and get pain medicine or not get pain medicine and go through that whole ordeal. But
So back up. Did you have an ingrown toenail or did they just...
no, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I've tried surgery on it many times, and I'd been debating going into a doctor's office and getting it removed, but then I got an Instagram ad that said, "Hey, got an ingrown toenail? Come get it removed and get paid for it." So I'm like, of course I'm going to do that.
Well,
I
if
wish
you would have hopped on this pickleball train, what do you call it?
the bandwagon.
Bandwagon. You're making some money like I am, some sweet money.
What I wish I could do is take something that I do every day and turn it into a business, like our guest we had on for today.
Yeah. What a better segue than to talk about ingrown toenails and then roll into talking about food.
Ingrown toenails and food go hand in hand, or foot
Hand in foot, foot in hand.
I hope that people are still listening and are excited to hear about dinner time.
So we have Sarah and Paul England with us tonight. Full disclosure, Sarah's my sister, Paul's my brother-in-law. So do you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell us about who you are?
I'm Nate's sister, Sarah. And my husband, Paul. And what do you want to know about us?
Well, what does everybody want to know about you guys? What makes you so unique?
Here's what I want to know. Is it true you guys in your household is the biggest fans of This Is a Place podcast?
That is a true story. Our boys love This Is a Place podcast and listen to it all night long, every single night.
You guys are building their subconscious thoughts.
It's almost like
It's gonna...
in our home every night.
So think about the messages we could deliver to them.
That's
Yeah,
right.
maybe we need to be a little more positive with our messages.
Yeah, think of the power
Yes.
you hold. No, our boys really do love your podcast, though.
But one question I get asked a lot is how many kids do you guys have?
So we have 10 kids ranging from ages 20 to 2. 5 girls, 5 boys.
And you guys have started a little business, side hustle, turning into a regular hustle, right?
That's right.
It's pretty regular for Sarah.
It is pretty
Awesome.
regular.
So you have 10 kids you have to manage plus a business. So what's the name of the business?
It's called Dinnertime, and it's a service where we make homemade meals that are delivered hot and ready to your home, ready to eat. They're table ready, or you can pick them up at our location in Draper.
So where did you come up
And-
with the idea for it?
It was kind of a mix of things. Like, we lived in a townhome years ago, and myself and some of the neighbors, we would make dinners together. And it was super fun. And then I moved away, and one of my friends who lived there was just like, "Oh, I miss that. Like, you should make dinner for me every night." And that just kind of stuck in my head. And I got thinking about things. I'm super passionate about dinner time and the benefits that it can bring into a home and the positive influence dinner time can have on your kids and you as a family. And I just started to notice more and more that people I know and love just were too busy to have dinner as a family. And we were finding that as well with us. It was getting so busy and so hard to get our family together, but yet it's something I really wanted. And so just one day I had the idea, I thought, well, what if I made dinners for families? And that would take out the stress of making dinner, the mom having to make dinner, and maybe give them a little more time to gather their family around the dinner table instead of stressing about taking the time to make dinner, plus get the kids ready for whatever activities they might have that night. So I told Paul, I said, oh my goodness, I've had this crazy idea. I think I'm gonna start making dinners for people. And I really felt that it was something I was supposed to do or called to do. I don't know how you want to look at it. So I just jumped into it. I texted a few friends who I knew were ordering like HelloFresh and some of those other meal services and said, hey, would you be willing to give me a try for a little bit? Just kind of give me some tips, some pointers on the food, what you like, what you don't like. And it just kind of blew up from there. And then I ended up getting pregnant and having pulmonary embolisms, and it put me in bed for a long time. And so I quit doing it. And I thought we were done. And then one day Paul woke up and said, we're supposed to start that business back up. And I was like, well, you have a great time because I have this little baby and I want to stay home with him and enjoy him. I knew he was my last. And he was like, that's totally fine. Like, we're going to make it work. And next thing you know, we're talking about it and it's just going. And I jumped in. I ended up jumping in with both feet. And it's gone great ever since. So that was a long answer, but that's how we got started.
So
That was an
you
awesome
mentioned like these kind of mail-in, like our subscription services, right? So is your company a subscription service, or is this how does it work?
So no, so we are different from like those subscription companies where you would order your food and it would come to you unprepared, and you'd then have to go in the kitchen and make the meal and still spend another, my friends who were doing some of those said they were spending another 30 to 60 minutes creating the dinner. So ours is different in the fact that you order each week what meals you want. We have a meal each night, Monday through Thursday, soon to be Monday through Friday. And you look at our menu and you say, oh yes, I totally want that apricot chicken tonight and the fettuccine Alfredo on Thursday night. You pick the nights and it comes made, ready to eat right to your table.
Like restaurant style, where you order your food
Yes.
online and you go and pick it up and you're ready to eat right away.
Yeah, it's ready to eat. The difference is it's home cooked. It's made. We make everything from scratch. We try and keep it healthy and have a salad or vegetable or fruit with every meal, plus your main course, plus usually almost always a homemade bread, depending on the meal.
And always
And
made
do
with
you-
love.
And yes, and there's always a dash of love added in. Always.
Brandon needs more love. So
We all do. We all need a little extra love.
is there a limited amount of meals that you can do, or like do you have to call in days in advance, day of, or how does that work?
So every Friday we post the menu for the next week, and you can order as soon as that menu goes live. You can order for that week, but you can also do same day. We are just about ready to move into a commercial kitchen here in Draper, just off of 123rd and 3rd East. We will have last minute meals there because we know moms, we always have the best of intentions to make dinner, and life happens and things get crazy. And then we're like, oh no, it's time for dinner. And we're pulling out the box of cereal again or making pancakes again. So we'll have those last minute meals for people who need them or want them.
Can you call it like the procrastinator menu or procrastinator
Yeah.
meal?
Yeah. It's not even a procrastinator. It's just life happens and you have the best of intentions. We all do. And then time slips away and life is busy. We'll be in that location probably in about 3 weeks for sure.
Oh,
By
wow.
the 1st of December.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, should be done this week. So we have the health department needs to come in and sign off and get things organized and stuff. So we're super close and super duper excited.
Well, you're going to be in there for basically the holiday season. Do you guys cater outside of the family meals? Like a
Yes,
large-
we have done some catering outside of the meals for sports teams, and we've done a wedding.
Game nights. People be like, hey, I'm having people over, and they'll order extra from us.
Yeah. So yes.
Or if we ever have a This Is a Place fan party.
Yes.
Servings for 10 people.
That's
That would
right.
just be a dinner time with them.
Yeah.
I think that's every.
Or if you want lunch at the office one day, a home cooked meal, some yummy meatloaf or ribs or something, then.
And so if you're in Draper, I don't know if you mentioned, do you guys still, I know you were doing deliveries. Are you still doing deliveries, or is it more come pick up? And
We do a lot of deliveries. Currently, we're delivering out to Harriman, between Harriman and Draper, Sandy, and we're in Lehigh, Alpine, Highland. So when we move into our commercial kitchen, we're hoping to expand the deliveries also.
Yes, we hope to be able to deliver to as many people as we can.
How frequently are you mixing it up and introducing new recipes?
We try and introduce new recipes fairly often. We are on kind of like an 8-week rotation with a lot of them, sometimes a little bit longer. And there's some that people love that we try and do a little more frequently, like ham and funeral potatoes is a big one that people love.
People like ham and funeral potatoes?
I know you guys, and our ham is seriously, you've never tried anything like it. It's so good. It's a shredded ham. Nate has had it, right? Nate, you've had it at my house.
I sure have.
It's good.
And the
huh?
potatoes and the funeral potatoes,
potatoes.
Brandon.
Yes, he's had them all. They're
I'm
good.
getting hungry right now.
Right now, we've been working under the Utah Homemade Act, which will not allow us to sell beef out of the home. So that is why we're moving to a commercial kitchen. One of the reasons we're moving to a commercial kitchen. So everything has been beef or pork or chicken. But once we're in the commercial kitchen, we will be introducing a whole beef line. And I tell you what, we could not be more excited because a year and a half of eating just chicken and pork. We're excited to have some like good stroganoff and meatballs and.
Is that where's the beef came from? Where's the beef?
That's right. Yeah. It's an interesting regulation, but we've been following it. So we're looking really forward to in a few weeks adding a lot of new menus, new items to our menu.
Is there an item that you would say is most popular that people request?
You know what? It's kind of interesting because everyone has their favorites, right? Chicken pot pie is one that people always are like, oh, like the husbands really seem to love chicken pot pie.
Yeah, we've done some polls, and it's interesting because they'll come back almost dead even with several different, but sweet pork nachos is usually a big hit.
The chicken bacon Alfredo, that one is always a really big hit. And we have this pasta dish called the red and white pasta, which is a mix of our Alfredo and a marinara that's made from scratch, and then just yummy cheeses and it's that one always is a huge hit too. Our breads, we make fresh breads from scratch, and our breadsticks, people go crazy over. Like, you can order extra and we'll make hundreds of breadsticks, for 100 servings, we'll make double the breadsticks because people will be ordering them. And same with our biscuits. Like, we have biscuits are super yummy. And then we have a homemade jam that goes on them. People love those too. So our breads, I think, are a lot of people's favorites. Like, people love the rolls, the biscuits, the breadsticks.
Speaking of the breadsticks, weren't your breadsticks just barely featured on
Good Things Utah?
Yeah.
That was fun. It was a
They
fun
don't just
experience.
put anything on there. They're not just going to put any breadsticks. So these must be really special.
They're really, really good.
And she showed you how to make them, but don't make them, just buy them from us.
Yeah.
No,
let's
try
just
making
no, there's not a
Yes,
recipe out there. It's a
busy.
secret recipe. Nobody can find it. You just have to order it.
No, I think everyone should give it a try because it really is super easy. But if that's not your gig, yes, come order some from us. And if it is your gig, you can order them too, because sometimes you just don't have time to make them.
We actually had a customer that when I delivered food, they said, "Oh, we made your breadsticks," and a neighbor came over and commented on how good their house smelled from making them.
It does make your house smell really yummy. We're here to help make things easier for moms, to help empower moms a little bit. And having a home cooked meal delivered to your door can do that. Even if you love to cook, some days you just don't have the time to do it. So we're hoping to help families really do that. Really come around the dinner table. That is our whole purpose of this meal thing, is to bring families around the dinner table. And whether people use us to look at our menus to get ideas for their menu planning for the week or to buy our meals, our hope is that they'll take that few minutes each night to make that connection at their dinner table. Because we know it can strengthen families and it can give your kids a little boost and a little sense of security. So that's our number one ultimate goal.
And if you pick up your meal before your kids get home, then you can pass it off that you made it, right?
For sure. And I'm all about that. Totally pass it off to your own. Throw it in your own casserole dish and, put it in the oven and warm it up for a second and pull it out. No one will know the difference. I'm fine by that.
Or if you have to drop off a meal to a neighbor or a friend or whatnot, then you can say, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, you know what? I am amazed. Every week we have people buying food for friends and neighbors. I'm amazed at the generosity that people give to other people. But yeah, it is a great thing to do when you have a friend who's in need or has had a hard day, to pick up a meal and give it to them, because there's nothing more comforting than a home cooked meal.
I was gonna say we've had people that live outside of Utah that have family or friends in Utah order from us for their family and friends.
I was going to say I have a friend. They just had a new baby and they live out in that direction. So maybe taking them a meal. Hopefully they don't listen to this and find out my plan. But
yes, we get lots of that. Lots of new baby meals that we bring in, which is awesome. As a mom who's had lots of babies, I know how appreciative that is.
Especially a home cooked meal too.
Yes. Yes, where you know what you're eating is good. It's made from good ingredients. We always try and get like the best ingredients we can. We buy organic whenever possible. We buy high quality products because what goes in my kid's body is really important to me, and what goes into my body is important to me. So
Well, you mentioned that you gave away your breadstick recipe. Do you have any other tips with Thanksgiving coming up for a person who's going to be making their own meals at home for Thanksgiving, or anything, any advice? Kind of puts you on the spot, but because you're not doing Thanksgiving meals, right? Like you're
no, we
closed.
will be selling rolls where you can buy our homemade rolls for Thanksgiving. Because rolls are probably the most time consuming thing if you want a homemade roll for your Thanksgiving dinner. So we will be selling those. You can buy them by the dozen. But tips for Thanksgiving dinner. I'm all about keeping it easy and simple. Pick your favorite side dishes, and you only need a couple. Don't spend your day being stressed out trying to make 6 different side dishes and be so stressed in the kitchen and then trying to clean up the mess that you don't get the time to enjoy it with your family. Pick, just 1 or 2 that you love and make those. I don't know. Do you have any other tips?
I'm usually playing football.
At least he's
I
honest.
get your kids involved. I think my favorite thing about Thanksgiving is making pies with my kids, and we make a few different types of pies, and we have so much fun getting everyone, someone on the stove making banana cream and someone else doing a pumpkin over, on the counter, and play some fun music. And remember, it's a time to build memories and just try not to stress about it. Things don't need to be perfect. They just need to be memorable and fun. So that would be my tip, I guess. I'll come up with a really great tip later tonight.
Hey, every time we finish a podcast episode, I think of the 3 best jokes we could have used. So,
or 3
Right?
questions we should have asked, right?
yeah, there you go. I hate to skip over Thanksgiving, but we also have another big holiday coming up, Christmas. Do you have any big plans or something special prepared for Christmas time meals at all? Or desserts, anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm super excited because when we get into our store, which will in December, we will be offering desserts, which we have not been offering. So you'll be able to add on a dessert to your meal, or you can come in and we will take the dessert of the day, and we have some really cute Christmas plates we've gotten that we'll put your desserts on, and you can take them to neighbors if you want to drop off a homemade treat to someone. That will be a option to do. Another thing that we are in the process of working on that we're super excited is, so we're going to have a storefront where we're going to sell things related to dinner time, like helping you create the dinner time experience that you want for your family. And we're going to sell some really cute paper plates, because some nights, you guys, I'm telling you, I am a fan of paper plates.
Easy cleanup.
It's easy cleanup. And when we're busy and have a million things to do, it's okay to use a paper plate and throw it in the trash and go. And I love those nights where we use our regular plates and we have the time to sit down and really enjoy it. I love those too, but I am a fan of paper plates. So we will be selling some super cute paper plates, and we've teamed up with another company, Heritage Flowers, who will be making, we're going to have a whole Christmas tablescape for you. So you can buy the paper plates with the utensils, plus your Christmas centerpiece, which will be a fresh flower centerpiece for your Christmas dinner to make it super easy for you.
We're excited to see your actual location once that gets up and running. And we're excited for you to expand your delivery, Paul, out to West Jordan.
It's coming, I promise.
Well, while we were talking here, I did pull up your guys' Instagram, and that looks to be a good follow as well. So everyone should also check that out, because it isn't just the menus. You post inspirational quotes and things about the family too that I can see. So
Yes, we're hoping to be a place that will uplift and inspire and just help us all to be a little bit better. I always say it takes, a tribe for us all to raise our kids. And I just hope to become, part of people's tribes there to help and serve. And that's kind of our plan.
Well, we appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to chat with us. And we'll let you get to bed so you can listen to our previous podcast.
All night.
It'll be on. It's
All
probably
night.
already playing.
the really creepy
do
thing
our-
is when you start hearing your own voice.
Well,
Right?
I was at at their house a few months ago, and I was talking, and Sarah went out of the room thinking that they had their radio on, and because I was talking to somebody. Because I thought they had
I
their.
didn't know he was at my house. I just thought he was playing in the other room. So when I saw him, I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're actually here. You're not just a voice."
Keep up the great work.
With a pinch of love, right, Brandon?
Yep.
A dash.
It makes the difference.
A dash of love. Sorry.
A dash. A dash of love.
Obviously, you lost those spoons, Nate, that show you what each one is.
Yes.
Do you need some measuring spoons? Maybe we can help you
Yes.
out.
What time is it? It's dinner time. What time is it? It's dinner time.
Better copyright that before it's too late.
Stamped it. Triple stamped.
Double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
You can't triple stamp, double stamp.
Well, it was nice to meet them. I've met Paul before at some BYU games, but Paul and Sarah seem like great people and a great company to support and a great option for families.
Yeah, and it is nice. Sometimes you can just kind of get sick of going to restaurants. It'd be nice to have that kind of home cooked meal rather than a restaurant style meal, if that makes any sense.
Well, check out their Instagram, check out their website, dinnertimemeals.com, place an order, get some food, and make your life a little bit easier. Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
See you next week.